Jimmy.
Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't make up.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this act like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dropped, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot key strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Make profits. That TTG money gang, we some snipers.
Hey yo, what's up everyone? What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. In case you guys didn't know, we were a Benzinga FinTech Awards finalist last year for Best Data Analysis Tool. We're currently the fastest growing and highest rated premium online education platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, and individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. There's literally something for everybody here at True Trading Group. Why should you listen to anything it is that we discuss on this channel? It's because I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I began my trading career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City. My first job out of college, they had me go through an educational training program before the fund let me touch $1 of their money. And then 2008 happened, which was the Great Recession, the big stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group, along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading mods and an over 30-person staff. We've helped thousands of members from all over the world to reach their goals. The moderators and I collectively as a group have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate of just around 80% on all of our executions. Everything is right there on the website for you guys to see. The mods that I upload are trading records right from our brokerage accounts each and every single day, every single buy, every sell, every take profit, every stop loss, every win, every loss, every break even. You guys get to see all of it there for full transparency within the TTG family and on the TTG platform. We're 4.7 out of 5 star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,500 reviews over the last 5 years. We also have a 78% retention rate amongst our members and a less than 2.5% refund rate. at True Trading. That refund rate is important because we actually offer a double your money back guarantee when you join True Trading Group. It's actually the way it works is you guys would join our membership. If you guys are unable to make enough winning trades to equal that membership fee at least one time during your membership, we give you back double the money that you guys are spending to join the platform. I'll speak more about that a little bit later on during this live stream. But essentially, I ask you to just go through our courses, pass the quizzes, attend one study group. We do them every Thursday, totally for free. And if you are unable to make enough winning trades to equal the money that you're going to spend on our membership, you can't do that at least one time, we'll give you back double what you paid to join the platform. Just our way of showing you how much that we believe in the platform that we've created. I don't think you need the double money back guarantee, but it's there for peace of mind for those that want it. Like I said, only less than 2.5% refund rate. If our refund rate was like 12%, I wouldn't be able to offer you guys a double money back guarantee. But because it is what it is, I certainly can. And I'm proud to offer that here at True Trading Group. So if you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live right here on this channel, where myself and other mods and special guests will drop golden nuggets, give you free lessons, education, and trade ideas to help you guys become better traders. Right? Perfect. Speaking of which, set your reminders now because Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we're going to go live right here on this YouTube channel, and I'm going to share with you my top trade ideas for the week. Now, you're not going to want to miss that. The reason why you're not going to want to miss Sunday's live stream is because, well, we got a big week coming up next week. In case you guys didn't know, we also have a Fed meeting that's coming up soon here this month. But earnings starts up next week. Yes, we got the start of earnings today with some of the banks, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Citigroup earnings today. That continues next week. So next week, we're really going to be kicking off earnings. And markets just hit a brand new all-time high. The Dow just cracked over 40,000. The Russell is on fire. We had a new intraday high today in the overall markets in the S&P, but we closed under it. Little tail gets put in there at the top of your all-time high here today with a quick little pullback and sell-off back under prior high into the close. I wonder what that sets up for us for Sunday. Well, I'll tell you guys exactly what my thoughts are and what I think the market's going to do next week and some of my top trade ideas, exactly how I plan on making money. You don't want to miss this because even if you guys just watched my live stream last Sunday, I went over a handful of different trade ideas for you guys last week. And one of them that I gave you was short Snowflake against 145. You guys don't have to just take my word for it. You can go right back and watch the video. It's right here on this YouTube channel. I came on. This is what this is what Snowflake looked like on Sunday. This is Friday's candle. And I told you guys that, hey, this is a big resistance level. This dark blue line is the 50-day moving average. And you got this nice shooting star or inverted hammer candle at that resistance level. That resistance level used to be a level of support. And what do we know about support when broken with heavy volume like this was? Support when broken becomes resistance. And you got that shooting star candle that confirms your resistance level. So the confirmation you need. And that's why I said one of my top trade ideas for the week is short Snowflake. And then what happened? Bang, 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 bang. All right. So this is a beautiful little trade there to the downside. Some of our members caught anywhere from 100 to 200% gain on put options. And this was one of those top trade ideas for the week. I'm going to share with you more ideas like Snowflake on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern before I enter these trades, before I enter these positions. So make sure that you guys tune in with me 8:30 p.m. Eastern live on Sunday. All right. Today was a good day. Today was a nice green day after what was a big day for us yesterday. Yesterday for me, I made the bulk of my money yesterday short Tesla yesterday. So we were able to capitalize on this move here on Tesla. Caught this whole move there on Tesla. And that was a banger for us yesterday. And then I made a little bit of money today long Carvana. All right, Carvana today, this is where I made my money. I got long Carvana right there. Right there is where I bought Carvana. And then we were able to capitalize on this nice little pop to the upside. And we took some profits here and we took more profits up into here and here. We just started to take some profits off as we extended here up on Carvana. And then I decided to just get out flat, final take profit there right before the close. So I'm not holding this position over the weekend. I would have held if the stock closed somewhere up here. I would have held this position if we had held above the prior 52-week high, but we were unable to hold it. We dropped back underneath prior 52-week high. We dropped back underneath VWAP going into the close. We dropped back underneath the previous high of the day. So I said, okay, I'll just lock in. I'll lock it in. I'll take my final profit off on the trade. If it sets back up for me on Monday, I would go after the trade again. What does setting back up for me on Monday look like? Well, let's say Monday the stock gaps up to like 138, 139, and right off the open, it pulls into 137. 137 sticks, holds support, and then we shoot ourselves back to the upside. Then I would say, all right, let's go ahead. Let's take that long, because then that 137 level that used to be your 52-week high, that was once a level of resistance, would have then became support, and then we can try to take that long. The stop loss would be underneath that 137, and we would look for the continued short squeeze on Carvana. So that's what that would look like for us on Monday. But again, I do not have a position currently on Carvana. I entered it today. I exited it today as a day trade. So we are completely out of that position. And that was where I made my money today. So after following on from a big trade yesterday on Tesla, added to what's been a good week. We caught the Snowflake short, was a monster for us. The Tesla short was a monster for us. And then, added some extra gravy on top for the week with the long today on Carvana. Okay. So that is where we are. That is where we had made some money today, had some opportunities in the market. So just trying to get caught up with some of these. Woo! Way to go, John Staten. Take profits on IVP at 1331 from 986, making money right now in the after hours session and watching the TTG live. Way to go, John. Get some, brother. Great job. Look at that 1150. Watch 1150 to be support. If 1150 holds support, you can see this thing squeeze to 15 if you can hold that 11 area. So watch that one there. Congratulations there, John. In at 986, just took profits, 1331, making money while watching the TG live. There's my boy Jeff on a roll. Jeff continues the hot streak. Made $540 on Geo's put option trade at the end of the day. Made $188 on the Carvana trade and $460 on the AMD trade. Lost some money on a couple of other trades, but still a green day for my boy Jeff. Jeff, you've been trading well, man. It was a good week for you. It was a good week for many. Way to go, Glenn. My boy Glenn Wilson. Hope you're feeling well, brother. Had 4 winning trades today. My boy Glenn, excellent job. Congrats. This person's out of control. Winning, he's incredible. Long and short, there's a mod. She had a 500% on an option today. Yeah, that was Diane, right? Diane had a 500% gain on a 0 DTE. How about my boy Danny? Danny Noonan coming in hot today with my Carvana trade. He went after today's expiration 140 strike call in at 16 cents. It went to like $1.20. So just a ridiculous, it's like a 1900% gain for my boy Danny. I mean, listen, that takes to go after a 0 DTE on a stock like Carvana. Most people went after the following week's expiration to give themselves more time. But nonetheless, a monster trade there on Carvana for my boy Danny. So great job there. Way to go, Howard. Howard took some SPY contracts, 45-cent entry out at $1.05 with my boy Geo at the end of the day there. Great job, folks. Yeah, this is a good day. Way to go, Memphis Street Talk. Made some money in that IVP as well. Good job. Oh, Memphis Street Talk, your 3rd anniversary, your 3-year anniversary is coming up on July 16th. So next week is Memphis Street Talk's 3-year anniversary with us. I love to see that. Way to go, Yubo Antonov. Also caught the Carvana calls. Ed got 175% gain on a couple of SPY options. Wasn't even trading most of the day. Lency Winter doubled their account today with Intel with Diane red heart shaped face. I guess that's the emoji coming through via text. 400% gain on the Intel trade, doubled their account. Way to go, Lindsay Winter. I absolutely love to see that. Love to see that. Yeah, it was, Howard, it was. It was a good day. It was a great week. Yes, Memphis Street Doc says it's life-changing. TTG is life-changing. I love to hear that. I actually had a one-on-one today with, so you guys know, we do one-on-one mentor sessions with lifetime members. I had a one-on-one today with a guy that he was, started investing and building a long-term portfolio for his son, who's just 2 years old. And with the purchases that he made over the last couple of years, he's been a member for a few years. And, I've been very outspokenly bullish on AMD, on NVIDIA over the last several years. And a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago, he started buying NVIDIA. And just because of that, he's got 2 years of his son's college paid for already. Just on the NVIDIA position. It just absolutely. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's in the house. There he is. Rip City Trader, man. Congratulations, bro. It was great talking to you. We had a great time. Excellent conversation. We got some stuff that we're going to be implementing in his trading and looking to take things to the next level. But big shout out. Congratulations. I won't share the other news just in case other people are watching or other people do watch. I won't share the other news. I'll keep that one. I'll keep the other part of that Rip City Trader just between you and me. I'll keep that between us. Let's see. Lency Winter says TGD is life-changing for sure. Thank you, Mike and the team. I love to see that. I love to hear that's why we're here. That's why we're here, right? We're here to make money. We're here to improve your financial situation. We're here to improve your life. We're here to make sure that your kids have a better life than you had. That's, some people have asked me before, like, how do you define success? And I'm not going to take credit for this answer. Right? This is an answer somebody else had said. And I thought it really kind of was like, wow, that's good. And, the true definition of success is to make sure that your kids have a better life than you had. And I'm like, wow, that is a pretty damn good answer. And how do you do that? You do that by, I don't know. Do you do that by working overtime? Do you do that by being away from your family longer than you already are to earn an extra wage and spend more time with your coworkers than you do spend with your own children? Is that how you do that? Or is it building wealth through the stock market? Is it supplementing your income by day trading and swing trading? Is it building wealth for generations by investing in stocks like Apple and Amazon and Meta and NVIDIA and AMD and Broadcom and ARM and, all of these other stocks? I look at it as, everybody wants to make money, right? But in reality, money is the tool that we all need in order to get time. And that's really what we're all looking for. We're all looking for time, whether that's time with, retiring early, whether that's more time that you can spend with your kids because you don't have to work that extra shift, more time you get to spend with your spouse, or more time you just get to spend doing what you actually want to do, whether that's an extra couple rounds of golf during the season or whatever it is, or an extra vacation that you wanted to take to wind down, whatever it is. Money is what allows you to do all of those things, but really it's just time that you're going after. And there's new highs on IVP. So we just said, hey, if this thing holds 1150, maybe you can extend a little bit higher at IVP, just taking out $14 right now. Okay, so there's IVP still making a little bit of a move here. So that little potential short squeeze here. I don't know how much room this thing has. I would take profits on the way. I don't know how much room the thing that it's going to have, but I would take profits. This isn't something I'd be holding for the mother of all short squeezes, but a nice trade, nonetheless, a nice trade. Where was I? Yeah, but time, right? That's what really we all look for. And I'll leave you guys before I go on to talk about more stock stuff. I'll leave you kind of with this. True Trading Group has 10,000 members in 115 different countries. People from all walks of life, people with all different types of educational backgrounds, people with all different types of jobs. 82% of our members have a full-time job, meaning they work over 40 hours a week. All different people from age groups, races, religions, you name it, professions, and people with large amounts of money, people with small amounts of money, people with experience in the markets, people with zero experience in the markets, and everybody in between. And the thing that I love most about our community is that everybody really truly gives a damn about each other. Like the moderators and I and the team at True Trading Group, obviously we care about our members' success because, I mean, on a moral level, we care about it, but also on a business level, we care about it because that's how we as a company grow. We had 100 members in 2017, right? And how we grown to 10,000 is through word of mouth. Our members have success and then they tell their friends, their family, their coworkers about True Trading Group. And that's how True Trading Group grows. We don't really do marketing in True Trading Group. Our marketing are these YouTube live streams that I do. And I'll tell you about our membership. I tell you about the platform, but that's really the extent of our marketing. Our marketing is our members. Guys, type the number 2 if you've ever recommended True Trading Group to anybody else, whether it was a friend, a family member, a coworker, or even a complete stranger. If you've ever recommended True Trading Group to somebody, type the number 2 inside of chat. Now, the people that are on this live stream that are not members of True Trading Group, pay attention to how many people you're going to see type the number 2. These are people that have recommended that you check out and you join True Trading Group. Now, you're not going to recommend somebody goes and purchases something if you are not enjoying it yourself. Have you ever been to a restaurant, thought the food and the service was completely disgusting, horrible, you'll never go back? Have you ever recommended a friend or a family member go to that restaurant to have a meal? Of course not. But what do you do when you find a hidden gem and you find a spot that the service was phenomenal, the food was amazing, and you can't wait to go back? You tell your friends and your family members about this amazing new restaurant that you just found, and then they go. And then that's how that restaurant's user base continues to grow. And that's how their client base and their customer base, and that's how they get busy. That's how their tables are full. That's how they open up a second location, a couple towns over, and so on and so on. And that's how that company and that restaurant grows. If your members are successful, if your customers and your clients are happy, your business will be successful. Adam's my business partner and co-founder of True Trading Group. We believed in that from day one in True Trading Group. See, the industry here with like stock market courses and trade alerts and everything else is a very brutal industry because it's a revolving door. People, our competitors will spend ridiculous amounts of money on marketing because they constantly need to replace members that leave because their members don't actually have success. Their members join, they try to squeeze every dollar out of them as they possibly can. They charge an arm and a leg for everything that they offer because they know we got to get as much money out of this person as we possibly can up front because they're not going to stay here for very long. And when that person leaves or doesn't renew their membership or cancels their membership, they need to replace that revenue that they just lost. And that's why I have to spend so much money on advertising. We're the exact opposite of that. I want to have people join True Trading Group, not try to get every dollar out of them at the very beginning. And that's why our membership is very affordable, and all the other extracurriculars that we have on the platform are very affordable because we want people to join with low barrier to entry from a financial burden standpoint. And I want people to actually have the means to get the education and access to the tools that they need and the resources that they need to have the best chance of becoming successful. Because if a member becomes successful and and when I say become successful, I mean make money. If you make money, then you are going to stay. And if you stay, then that means more revenue for True Trading Group as a company, but then you're also going to recommend True Trading Group to friends, family members, and coworkers, and even complete strangers. And that's also how our user base grows. And that's how we have grown for the last 5 years. That's how we've gone from 100 members to 10,000. That's why we're 4.7 out of 5-star rated with almost 2,600 reviews on Trustpilot. That's why so many people that you just saw type the number 2 have recommended True Trading Group to somebody else. And the reason why they've recommended it, it's because they are making money. And I'll prove that to you. Members, go ahead right now and type the number 1 if you're making money and you're becoming a better trader because of TTG. Just go ahead, type the number 1. Type the number 1 if you're making money, if you're becoming a better trader. Type the number 1 in chat right now. Now, for anyone that's watching this live stream that is not a member of TTG still, pay attention to now how many people are going to type the number 1. And now it'll start to make sense why so many people said, yes, I have recommended True Trading Group to somebody else because I have had success. I have made money. TTG has helped change my life. So they share that experience and they share that recommendation with people that they care about, with people that they want to see succeed. That's how our community has grown. That's why we say welcome to the family when you join True Trading Group. Because as a group, we actually care about each other's success. Now, for those of you that are not members, I'll tell you real quick how you can join if you guys would like. You can go to ttgoffer.com. Again, that is ttgoffer.com. Okay. You can join right now for just $7.97 for the entire year. There's no upsell or hidden costs or fees for anything that you see on that page. You go to ttgoffer.com. Everything that's included in your membership is listed right there on the page. The entire year, all of those tools and resources, $7.97. That's it for the whole year. Now, don't forget, you have the double your money back guarantee. So if you join our platform, you go through our courses, you pass our quizzes, you attend one of those study group sessions. If you can't make that $7.97 back at least one time during your membership, we're going to give you back $1,594. That's double what you're paying to join. The double your money back guarantee is right there on the checkout page. It's in black and white. It's real. Just go check it out and go read it. But you're going to be getting access to all of our courses. It's a simplified and expanded upon version of the training that I went through when I worked at a fund in New York. You're going to get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, TradingView's premium charting software, the Trade Idea scanners on our platform for you guys to use, 2 private study group sessions, our AI-powered trading assistant, our video library with 1,000 hours of different workshops, unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, congressional trading data, track trades by Congress, insider trading to track trades by management members, custom scanners. All of this is included for the $7.97. If you were to pay for these things on your own, easily $5,000, $6,000 a year, easily. You guys join True Trading Group, you don't have to pay for all that stuff. We worked out deals with those companies to get those tools on this platform for you, so you don't have to pay for those things. Those things help you. Those things can help you make better decisions, increase your chances of success. Unfortunately, most retail traders don't use them. Why? Because they're expensive. Not anymore. $7.97 for the whole entire year. Get you all the courses, all the trade alerts, swing trades, day trades, long-term portfolio stuff, all those tools, all those resources, access to the mods, access to the group, everything that you guys could possibly ask for to give you the very best chance of becoming successful. It's all right there for you for one easy, affordable price. We also accept Klarna, Afterpay, PayPal credit. If you guys want to go through and use one of those payment options, you certainly can. Just go to ttgoffer.com. The double your money back guarantee is there. I don't think you need it, but it's there to give you peace of mind and to hold us accountable. If you have any questions at all about this membership, you have any concerns, any doubts, anything you want to know, send a text message. We're fully transparent. We're an open book. Anything you want to know. 786-505-4049. Again, that is 786-505-4049. Any questions you guys have, just text that number. And then don't forget, subscribe to the channel, set your notifications, set your reminders. Make sure you guys join me on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I will share with you my top trade ideas for the week. What I will do here now for just a couple of minutes, and then I gotta actually run. I've got some dinner plans. But what I'll do here for the next couple of minutes to see any questions that you guys have. Questions, I'm gonna open this live stream is gonna really just be Q&A. Members that are on here, non-members that are on here. If you guys just have any questions at all about the markets, about individual stocks, about trades that I made this week, anything that you guys want to know, now is the time to ask. I'll take a couple of questions before we break for the weekend. I'm slammed this week. I have so much stuff to do this weekend. My wife is 9 months pregnant, so I have a million things to do this weekend because literally, any week is fair game at this point. She's 9 months, so any week is fair game. So I gotta put the baby's. I just put the baby's bookshelf together the other day. Hooked up the camera. I did that the other day. I still have stuff I have to do though. Would IWM be a good long investment at this point? So here's the thing, Jeff. The IWM is playing catch up. The thing about the IWM, this is the Russell 2000. Now, the reason why the IWM has moved higher over the last 2 days is because the market feels convinced at this stage that we are getting rate cuts in September. And they feel that we are going to get rate cuts and then again in December. So the market's pricing in with almost certainty of 2 rate cuts this year. Rates coming down is good for the Russell. It's good for the small caps. The reason why it's good for the small caps is because these stocks, these are smaller companies. They cannot self-fund some of them. Like, it's not like Meta. It does tens of billions of dollars a quarter, and they can just fund their own expansions and fund. Some of these companies, in order to grow, in order to invest back into the company, they need to take on debt. And when interest rates are where they are, that debt interest expense can really eat into companies' cash flow, and it hurts their earnings and everything else. So that's why the Russell has really underperformed during this period. It finally started moving just over the last 2 days. Now, is it a good long-term investment at this time? Here's the part deux of that. The Russell is extremely sensitive to 2 things, right? Extremely sensitive to 2 things: interest rates and the economy. If the economy was to suffer and was to slow to a significant point, if you were to have a recession, then the Russell 2000 is going to get hit the hardest. Okay. So to say, is it a good investment right now? If you think it's a good investment right now, then you must believe also that we are 100% getting a soft landing. I'm not saying that I don't think that. I'm saying that if you're going to buy the Russell because interest rates are now starting to come down, you also need to think the economy is going to be just fine. If you have doubts about where the economy is headed, the Russell 2000 could see lower prices before eventually seeing higher prices. Okay? So I just want to give you both sides of the thing there. I think it's more likely that you're going to get the soft landing with what I've seen from data over the last several months. The next couple months are very important because the Fed's not going to cut rates until September, which means you still are going to have 2 labor reports that we're going to be getting. And if you see the labor market stall, that's a positive. But if it continues to weaken, then that's going to be something that you have to watch going into that. So when you have, if the unemployment rate was to, let's say, next month is 4.2, and then the month after that is 4.4, I think the markets start to get a little nervous about the state of the economy. But if the unemployment rate, let's say, is 4.2 next month, and then 4.1 the next month, and then you go into your rate cuts, I think that then that you would be really set up for that soft landing if you can get rate cuts to start while the labor market is still, at a 4% unemployment. Because you have to realize a 25% basis point cut really doesn't do anything. It just means that the rate cut cycle has begun, but a 25 basis point cut doesn't really actually make a change in the economy. It's certainly not going to make a change in the labor market. The Fed's going to have to cut rates like 4 times, 5 for it to really be a significant impact to get economic activity kind of going again and to get companies to expand, invest, take on debt, take out loans, hire more people and expand rather than kind of, hunker down, batten down the hatches and tighten up their belts and not hire new people or lay people off and cut costs to, weather through an economic slowdown. So the next couple of months, I think, are really important. Right now, the probability, I'd say, is leaning to soft landing. I'm more concerned with 2025 than I am 2024. And the reason why I'm more concerned about 2025 than I am 2024 is usually, historically, you have, historically in re-election years, the market usually goes up. Part of the reason the market usually goes up during re-election years, not just election years, re-election years, the market usually goes up. And it's because the incumbent, and this is not this doesn't matter who it is, it's a Democrat or a Republican, but typically what you've seen in the past is that government will spend a ton of money that year, and that helps hold the economy up. And then you go into the election with a strong economy. The GDP of the United States, more than a quarter of it is government spending. And I don't know what the exact percentage is right now, but I'm willing to bet in 2024, it's probably going to be higher than its average, because the economic activity in the US is slowing this year, but government spend has just accelerated. You have the Infrastructure Act, you got the CHIPS Act, like all of that money that goes into the economy. Like the economy is slowing, yet we're adding construction jobs. That usually doesn't happen. When the economy slows, you lose construction jobs. When the economy grows, you add construction jobs. The construction industry is usually a very good litmus test and a very good tell of the state of the economy. Because if there's construction, that means people are investing, people are building, things are going on, and you need more construction workers for that construction, right? So typically when the economy slows, you don't see construction jobs go up. You see construction jobs go down. But in the most recent labor reports that we have gotten the last couple of months, construction jobs are up, but the economy is slowing. That's the Infrastructure Act. That's the infrastructure bill. That's that money that's going into infrastructure, and then there's all of your construction jobs. So and then you look at where are all the jobs coming from? If you look at your last labor report, where did all the jobs come from? Government, education, healthcare. Those were the leading areas where the jobs came from. They weren't in tech. They weren't in financial services. They weren't in retail, right? They were in government, education, and healthcare. Now, education and healthcare, specifically healthcare, is still that lull from COVID. You lost so many healthcare workers during COVID. A lot of people changed industries altogether, and you still have that it's still hard to find healthcare workers. Anyone that's in the healthcare space or healthcare industry probably knows exactly what I'm talking about. So you're playing catch up in the healthcare space, and all the jobs are coming from the government. That's government spend. So if the government wasn't spending that kind of money, what would the jobs market look like? Where would the increase in jobs be coming from? That's a valid question. So now if you go past after the election, regardless who wins the election, it's not a matter of who wins the election, regardless of who wins the election, that's why I'm more concerned about 2025. So I want to see, and we'll talk more about this at the end of this year. At the end of this year, once we, I put out a stock market outlook report every year for our members, where I give them my outlook on the coming year, what I think the markets are going to do, what sectors I think are going to outperform, what stocks that I'm buying. I do that every year. And so far over the last several years, a lot of the things that I've said have come true. Some of the things that I have predicted have not. Most of them have come true. A lot of the stocks that I have purchased, a lot of the ETFs and individual names and sectors that I identified as my favorites, we've been correct on. We've been long on gold as the commodity for this year. That was the right call. Uranium last year, that was the right call. Oil the year before that was the right call. The healthcare industry just made a new all-time high today. The healthcare sector, that was one of our calls. It's been just a really good last couple of years, and we've had a pretty good pulse on what the market was going to be doing. And we'll talk more about what I think about 2025 as we go into next year. I really want to see what the labor market looks like going into the end of the year when rates begin to cut. If I still see the unemployment rate rising going into the end of the year, then I am concerned about 2025. If the unemployment rate stabilizes into the end of the year and you get past the election and the Fed begins their rate cut cycle and they get 2 rate cuts in this year and the unemployment rate is still in the low 4s, I'd feel much better. But if you get into the back half of this year and you're getting into the end of the year and you're getting into the holidays and you get an unemployment rate that's actually still going up going into the holidays with all of the seasonal hires that you get and all the part-time help that gets hired or seasonal hires, I should say, not necessarily part-time, but seasonal hires, people that are hired in November and they're let go in January type of thing. And that distorts the labor report. And if the unemployment rate is actually still slightly ticking higher while all of that seasonal hiring is going on, then that's going to be a sign to me that the labor market's actually a lot weaker than it might show. And then roll into 2025, February, March, watch out below would be kind of something that I would be looking at as 2025 earnings expectations don't come to fruition. Right now, you're looking at like earnings growth expectations in the double digits for 2025. They've gone up. So the benchmark to meet your earnings growth expectations for the S&P 500 next year is not an easy task to hit if the economy is slowing. So there's things we got to talk about as we get closer to the end of the year. It's too early to make a judgment call on that. I want to see what the data is. I want to see how the economy holds. To be a good trader and to be a good investor is not predicting the future. It's adapting and analyzing the data that you have. I don't know what the unemployment rate is going to be in November, right? I don't know what the GDP number is going to be in January. But as that data comes in, I'll analyze it and I'll give my analysis and I'll make my decisions and I'll make my calls and I'll say, this is what I think is going to happen. And this is what I'm going to do with my money. And this is what I'm going to buy. And this is what I'm going to sell. I'm not going to try to predict it. Too many people think that being a good trader is about prediction. It's not. It's not about prediction. There's not a single trader on planet Earth that knows with certainty what the market's going to do on Monday. Nobody. Everybody has their guesses. Everybody has their thoughts and their theories and their beliefs and their hunches and their opinions. But nobody actually knows. Like I know 2 + 2 is 4 with 100% certainty. I don't know with 100% certainty what anything is going to do on Monday. I have what I think. But what you think and what you know are 2 very different things. And when you're talking about your money, when I'm talking about my money, I'm not going to predict anything. I'm going to use my education, I'm going to use my experience to say to myself, if this happens, how's the market react? If this happens, how's the market react? And when this or that happens, position myself. That's how you should be doing this, rather than predicting. All right. So like I said, we'll talk about that later on. All right. Anybody have a question? Question for me? Any questions before we wrap things up? I know I said I was going to take a bunch of questions, and I just kind of went on this total complete tangent. Can we expect volatility in 2025? The same volatility or close to the volatility that we see in 2024? I think you can expect even more. I think you're going to get a ton of volatility in 2025. I do. I think you're going to get a ton of volatility in 2025. I think it's, listen, if the economy slows to like, if you have a recession or something like that, then you're going to blow your lid off type of volatility. Nothing would make me happy. I still really want a pullback to 480 so bad, not from a fundamental standpoint, but just from a technical standpoint. It's just such a beautiful pullback. Like it just makes so much sense for us to just go back to here before we eventually go higher. It just makes so much sense from a technical standpoint. By the time that happens too, see these major moving averages that have held for the last decade. See the 200-day moving average on the, I want you to look at the 200-day moving average on the weekly chart. Now, if you go back to the 200-day moving average on the weekly chart, you'll notice that we broke underneath it during the 2008 Great Financial Crisis. It's funny that that little blip on the radar, that was the Great Recession. That was the worst stock market crash that anyone has ever seen. That's it right there. That's it. That tiny little dot, that tiny little pullback that's it. There's the Great Financial Crisis. That's what everybody cried about. It was like, oh no. That's it right there. That. And then this happened. Absolutely crazy. Blows my mind, right? Blows my mind. But anyway, that's where it is. But look at what happened. 200-day becomes resistance in 2010. And once you got above it in 2011, as the economy was coming out of the recession, it became support. And ever since 2011, you broke above it in 2010. Ever since then, you found support in 2011. Then you tested it again in 2016. In 2016, everybody thought there was going to be a recession. 15, 16, everybody thought there was going to be another recession. There wasn't. The markets kept going higher. Then you pulled back in, you tested it in December of 2018 when the Fed started raising interest rates for the first time. And then the markets dropped 20%. And they were like, oh, never mind, screw that. We're going to cut rates back to zero. They could, because inflation at the time in 2018 was 1.7, 1.8%. So they could cut rates back to zero, which they did. And the market rallied in 2019. Then you dropped back into that. You pierced it because of COVID. That's the COVID crash. Okay. You pierced it because of COVID. Then 2022, the Fed embarks on their rate hike cycle. And then what do? We drop right back into that level in 2022 and we find support. We drop back into that level in March of 2023 with the banking crisis, when Silicon Valley and First Republic, when those banks went under and when those banks failed, we dropped back into that level and it became support again. Well, if the SPY were to pull back to that 480 of that previous all-time high that you see back here, that would allow the 200-day moving average to work its way up to this area, right? And then that 200-day moving average can act as support in this zone and then bounce off it again and continue higher as the AI tech revolution continues over the next couple of years, and the SPY then pushes into the 6,000s. It makes so much sense from a technical standpoint. I'll tell you guys this right now. If the SPY over the next year gets anywhere near 480, I am buying in my long-term portfolio. Just so everybody is aware, I'll tell you guys right now that I'm a buyer of a bunch of stuff if you get back down to that 480 mark. From a technical standpoint, I hope we get there. And who knows? Maybe it happens next year. Maybe there's a real growth scare next year. Maybe the economy really lags coming out of, maybe the rate cuts don't necessarily help. Maybe they kept rates too high for too long. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We got to welcome Rui. Rui just joined, guys. Everybody welcome Rui, newest member to the group. Guys, everybody welcome Rui. Rui, newest member to the group. Everybody welcome Rui. All right, Rui, welcome to the TTG fam. Guys, remember, go to ttgoffer.com. If you are not yet a member of True Trading Group, everything on that page is included. All right, $7.97. That's it for the whole year. And you got the W money back guarantee, which I don't think you need, but it's right there. It's for give you guys peace of mind to hold us accountable. Again, that's ttgoffer.com. Any questions, text us 786-505-4049. And we have to welcome Corbin. Corbin just rejoined. Corbin, welcome back to the TTG family. Everybody welcome home, Corbin. Guys, welcome Corbin back home. Corbin used to be a member, now just came back home. So everybody, welcome Corbin. Corbin, welcome back. Corbin, welcome back to the TTG fam. All right, folks. Guys, listen, that does it for me. I do have to run. I do have to jet. Sorry, I didn't really get a chance to take too many of your questions, but A good discussion, nonetheless. I think it was a good discussion. Make sure you join me Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll give you guys my top trade ideas for the week. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. Have a wonderful weekend. Congratulations to my members. Great week this week. Let's keep that momentum going. Let's have a great week next week. Go to ttgoffer.com. Join W Winning Back Guarantee. It's there for you. I don't think you need it. Get your button chat. Let's make some damn money together. Join the rest of the 10,000 members from 115 different countries. Let's make some damn money. Corbin and Rui, welcome to the family. The rest of my group, I'll see you guys on Sunday. Have a great